Sony CFO says the day one first party release on PlayStation Plus aren't available. We're going to be talking about that and much more on this episode of the Miami Geeks. Stay tuned. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates brought to you by DigitalCrackNetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher305, and with me as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie.
After a day like today, I need alcohol.
Yeah, I mean...
That's all I got to say about that.
No. It actually makes perfect sense. Right now, that would be a great thing right now. But
other than that, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Today's my Thursday, so this is great. I'm happy.
You know what? Another reason to dislike you right now.
Well, Willie says you're in a disliking mood. Let's get down to the story right now, dude.
Oh, no. Wait. This is a story that you dislike. I don't care.
Oh, no, but this is a story that you're going to dislike too, because eventually, if you get a PS5, you're going to have to talk. One day, you're going to have to do something about this. But let's get to it. So, the Sony CFO reiterates. Oh, God. Reiterate. I can't say that word. I said it today at work like a fucking thousand times. I can't say it today.
Yeah, you're doing a cow and chicken routine right now.
Oh, I bet.
What exactly is you incinerating?
Right.
Reiterate. Yeah, I want that clip. You're gonna replace my voice with that clip because that clip is good.
So, Sony CFO says that the day one first party releases on the PS Plus aren't available. I know what you guys are thinking, and I'm with you on this part because I'm one of those that thought, maybe PlayStation gonna let this ride, let us be kind of like Xbox and whatnot. But the reason they said they're not gonna be available on the PS Plus is because of the whole thing with it's not gonna be valuable. Like it's gonna lose value for some apparent reason. So yeah, Willie, what's going on here, dude? Why is Totoki doing this?
Let's get the details out of the way first, like we do.
Yes.
Sony CFO Hiroki Totoki went and just put out there that they don't see. Now, he did say this was during a fiscal investor call, a fiscal year investor call. He did say, and I quote, "I will refrain from making comments on the competitor strategy. Our current thinking is to have development cost appropriate R&D investment for quality products, and that will improve the business in the long run. AAA type titles on PS5, if we distribute that on the subscription service, we may need to shrink the investment needed for that, and that will deteriorate the first party title quality. So we want to make sure we spend the appropriate development costs to have solid products / titles to be introduced in the right manner." Basically, he said what they've been saying all along, that they are not going to give out first-party titles as part of any service, a la Xbox Game Pass. And good on him for not calling out other competitors.
I give him that much at least. I do. Because it would have been that kind of like retarded low blow type of thing. I don't know. I think it's very childish if they were.
Not a matter of being childish. It's just like, what they're basically doing is, I'm not speaking to what other competitors do, because we do what we do. We have our strategy.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm not upset about this, just to be clear, is not because of the whole thing, look, as good as Xbox Game Pass is as a subscription service, as far as the value that it gives people with the amount of games that it gives.
Yeah.
That's their strategy. Remember that Xbox, with all their moves, is giving the impression that they want to be a platform, not a console. Okay. Sony, on the other hand, is 100% invested in the console model. So they want people to buy their games. Also remember that Sony is way more invested on first-party titles currently than Xbox is.
Okay, so then, in other words, let's just say, is this a wise move. Let's just say, for at least for their part.
The only thing that will answer that is history, time, because they're both basically staking out their strategies. Xbox has said we're going to give out as many games as we can in a service that we want to use as the bedrock for our strategy. Our strategy is play our games no matter where you are, and have fun. Sony's strategy is we want you to have fun playing on our consoles.
Yeah.
And they're not the only ones. Nintendo's in the same boat.
Yeah. And we're going to be talking about that right now, actually.
Nintendo, they're having fun with the Switch.
Yeah.
But according to this article that we have coming up, they have some interesting decisions coming up.
It's true. Very true. And it looks like what's it called? Shontaro Fukunaga asked what?
I'm sorry?
Oh, they said something. I was like, what?
Oh no, I didn't. No. I'm just grunting because I move. Whenever I make a movement, I'm so old that whenever I make a movement, it causes pains.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Willie for us. So it looks like Shontaro Fukunaga was asked about Nintendo's eventual transition to a next console. The question of whether it will be just smooth transition from the Nintendo Switch to a next generation of hardware is a major concern for us, Fukunaga said. Now, Willie, I get it, because when they made the hottest shit back in the 2000s, the Wii, they scored high. They came out the Wii U, it just bombed. And then technically this was the last chance for them, the last Hail Mary for them when they came out the Switch, and it came out to be amazingly, really well successful. Now, I see where they're coming from, where they're saying pretty much that they have major concerns for a new hardware generation, because can they do better or equal to what the Switch made for them?
Well, that's something that they're thinking about right now, and it's something to think about regardless of how well the Switch is doing. I know I've goofed on how much people are dying for an HD Switch.
Yeah.
When the current Switch is doing so well. That's the reason why I was goofing. You have a console that's doing so well. Why are you gonna fuck with the formula?
Yeah.
But that's just the simpleton in me, because truthfully, they have to evolve. They can't just make the same shit over and over again and expect people to be cool with it.
It's
you
true,
see
though.
PS5s
Right.
and you see Xbox Series X's. You see all the graphical fidelity in those, and then you go and you turn on your Switch and it's like, I feel like I'm playing an NES all of a sudden. But
it's still good though.
Any next gen or current gen refresh has to think about the fact that people are really into the Switch. The Switch is extremely popular right now. The last time they had a console that was popular, the Wii.
Yeah.
And the last time they had a handheld that was popular, the DS.
Yes.
Their follow-ups didn't do that well.
Mm-hmm.
The 3DS came into its own after a while, but it was really bumpy at the beginning.
Yeah, it was.
The Wii U never caught on, and it's because their philosophy at the time was just like, "Oh, people will understand. It's the Wii, but better." No, people, because of the naming and the way they marketed, people thought it was an add-on for the Wii.
Sad. But
and so that console, it's a shame because that console had a bit of potential. I mean, it wasn't going to last very long either way, but it had potential. And it got screwed.
Sad but true. Sad but true.
So they're eventually going to have to think about a new console. They're going to come out with a new console. And they have to keep, the success of the Switch in mind and the failure of the Wii U in mind when they do it. That's all.
All right. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with everything we just talked about right now, what are your thoughts? What do you guys think about the whole thing with no AAA first titles for the releases on the PS Plus? And what do you guys think about Nintendo, with their concerns about making a new console or something stronger? I mean, anything technically. Please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Let's have a conversation about this. Now, Willie, today, Nintendo pretty much announced a lot of things today on the Nintendo Indie World Showcase. It's a lot to talk about, but being that Willie has all the full details about it, let's go on with that. And I know we're gonna probably talk about the personal one, like the real good ones that you're familiar with, right, Willie?
Truthfully, I'm only familiar with two of them.
Okay.
And that's Ooblets, which is a game that's been out for a while on Xbox, and I believe it's on the Epic Game Store as well. That's gonna make an appearance on the Switch.
Okay.
And it's like a farming sim. It's a creature collecting farming sim. I hear that and I think Pokemon meets Stardew Valley, which is fine. The other one is Tabs, totally accurate battle simulator, which has been out in PC for a while, and now it's going to be on the Switch. The other games,
that's
I didn't get to see the show, so I couldn't tell you in detail. I saw a couple of them. Batora Lost Haven looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So does Electhead. Soundfall, because music. I'm always into music.
Yeah.
But my favorite one is one called Gunbrella.
I thought that game was pretty cool. Not gonna lie, that game was pretty interesting.
They hype it as a quote 2D noir punk action game, unquote.
Nice.
I'm in.
Okay. All right.
I'm in. I just know that Nintendo was only going to show indie games. Obviously.
Of course. I mean, the title said it itself. Yeah.
But I know there's some people out there that are still mad because they didn't announce Metroid Prime 4.
I hope that's a joke, because that'll be just too funny.
No, it's not. There are people that are expecting Nintendo at all times to go and say, "Oh yeah, one more thing," and blow their minds away. Where's Zelda?
Look, we got the whole summer to hear whatever happens, and especially at Summer Game Fest. So let's see what happens in Summer Game Fest if they announce it. But right now, we just got the Nintendo Indie World Showcase, and I think that's pretty nice what they've done. But that's not the only thing. The only interesting video game news that we have. We also have Capcom has multiple major new titles coming by March. Now, Willie, if one of them is Marvel vs. Capcom, I'm in. The app is not new.
They're not gonna announce that.
I mean, God, can a man dream?
Yeah, and look what happened when you dreamt about Sony giving away first-party titles.
Emotional damage.
You know what? You're right. I don't want to dream no more. Please, let's talk about Capcom right now. So it looks like
well, I mean, you're gonna be dreaming anyway.
Yeah, I will. It's gonna be a sweet dream. I do want Marvel vs. Capcom 2
sweet
already.
Dreams are made of these.
Oh God, no! Stop! You're not gonna start this. Not here, Willie. So what's going on here, Willie? They're talking about some upcoming new titles that they're gonna bring out in March. But are they like new IPs, new Resident Evil games, Monster Rising? What's going on here?
Yes.
Okay.
That's it. End of article. No. Okay. They were talking. They did a presentation along with their financial report for their fiscal year, which ended this past March.
Okay.
And there's been a lot of good news. Here's one: Resident Evil Village sold 6.1 million copies. Remember all those imbeciles that said? A survival horror wouldn't sell?
Oh yeah.
They're smart.
Really?
Now they're talking about titles that they want. They didn't announce too much during this presentation. A new Monster Hunter Rise, at least a new expansion that they're saying is going to come out on June 30th. Okay. there's a dino shooter called Exoprimal that we had seen before, which we thought at first was Dino Crisis.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not sure when it's going to come out, but they did mention it. They kind of hinted at some other games, but they didn't say anything specific. People are hoping for Dragon's Dogma 2. The original Dragon's Dogma on the PS3 was actually good.
All right.
And people were thinking about the data breach that Capcom had last year, which had a whole bunch of titles there that people were salivating for.
Oh yeah,
especially because they mentioned Power Stone.
Yes, my favorite.
And they talked about a Street Fighter 6.
Okay. So they're talking about Thirst Trap Ryu.
Whatever you want to call them. No mention on Resident Evil 4 remake. No mention on Code Veronica.
Bastards.
Although there was a remake of Code Veronica, not a remake, but a remaster of Code Veronica.
Oh yeah,
and I never fucking knew.
I saw it a couple times on YouTube that these people actually took like some of the graphics and they put it into like the newer version of Resident Evil Now or something like that, and they made a Code Veronica, or they're still working on it actually.
Fucking bastards.
Bastard. Those guys are doing God's work right now.
There's still a lot of titles that people would love to see. I know that you're all over a Power Stone, and I'm with you on that one.
Better, because you know you're not going to play that game.
Reimagining. Listen, I'd like for them to dig into their old school fighting games that they haven't touched in a while, like Rival Schools and Red Earth, especially Darkstalkers.
Oh wow, yeah.
I'd like to see a compilation fighter where they get all these characters from all these games and just put them together. That'd be nice.
That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting watch.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But whatever.
All
Capcom is still chugging along. They're the anti-Square Enix because fuck Square Enix. They're now after the sale to Embracer Group of their Western studios and their embrace of AI and blockchain. I have them on the same fucking level as Konami. Fuck them both.
Okay. Well, all right. I respect that and I get it. And it's true. But now, with that being said, Willie, we have to jump onto the next subject, which is Disney Plus added almost 8 million subscribers last quarter, closing on 140 million total. So I know everybody's pretty much up to date with this part, which is not a no-brainer. We already know that while Netflix is continuing to lose subscribers, like a lot, since they're trying to do the whole thing with adding ads into their services and whatnot. But Disney Plus is continuing getting more subscribers, closing off to 140 million total, Willie. And I'm gonna say this, man, and I'm glad. Like, I love Netflix for the time being. It was all right, cool, whatever. But then now they started doing a little modifications here and there. They're messing with other things that they shouldn't be messing with. And I get it, but it's their baby, so they're trying to do what they can, but it's failing. You know what I'm saying? So they're losing people to Disney Plus.
I will say that Netflix got handicapped. Totally not by their doing.
No.
Because in the rush for people to get into the whole streaming service bandwagon, a lot of content creators decided to hoard their shit so they can make their own streaming services, thinking that they were going to be the ones that were going to be the one-to-one seat Netflix. And I said it back then, and I'm going to say it now. The only people who ever had a chance were Disney.
Yeah. Because
Disney's the only one that has a fucking IP back catalog that can rival anything anybody else can come up with.
They could take anybody under the table without even trying.
Paramount Plus is trying to ride the fact that they have Star Trek Like if Trekkies really buy all the shit they're doing, because they're not.
Yeah,
I'm not a Trekkie. I can't
I'm
speak for
not.
them, but
I can't
I hear a
either.
lot of Trekkies. They're not happy with what's going on. And yeah, Lucasfilm is doing a lot of fucked up shit too, and people are pissed off at them.
But
But that's not the only thing Disney has.
yeah, and that is an actual truth, Willie, because Disney has a whole fucking catalog of
And this
all
is
these
not.
IPs that they can use, and it's not like
And
they can
this
say,
is
"Fuck it, we're gonna throw it all in there." They're taking their sweet time in doing this, and I think
and
this
this
is
is
a
not me
genius move.
simping. This is not me simping for Disney because fuck them.
Mhm.
They're a corporation like any other. It's not like these motherfuckers ain't your friends.
Yeah,
Yeah, you want to take sides in that. That's up to you. But at the end of the day, I recognize it for what it is. Disney has a ton of content that people love. If you look at the charts for streaming,
yeah,
the top two movies are Encanto and Turning Red,
amazing. It's
and
amazing.
nobody's even close to them in third place. So they got some good shit. They got to figure out their TV slate because yeah, okay, people like their Star Wars and they like their Marvel, but the shows aren't doing as good. Netflix is still mopping the floor with them,
Yeah, it's true.
but Netflix is panicking. They're in a position they haven't been in probably forever, where they're
Mhm.
trying to catch up to other people. They're
Yeah,
trying to hold on to what they have. That's not been a thing. I mean, since pretty much since Netflix came out, they've been the ones that have been the instigators. They've been the ones to upset the apple cart.
I mean, you're right. They're the ones that took out. Well, back in the early '90s. Well, no, not even early, late '90s, early 2000s, around there, when they were going against Blockbuster Video and stuff like
They
that.
took out
They,
Blockbuster Video. They took down the entire video rental model.
yep. The only thing that's
First
left is
put
like
their
the only thing that's left is a hole in the walls that are just managing for people that can't afford Netflix and stuff like that.
where the Blockbuster that used to be on 49th Street,
Yep,
now a fucking check cashing place.
I saw. Sad,
They
but
took down first with the mail order DVDs, and then
yeah,
big time with streaming. They took down Blockbuster, and then they came for the cable companies, and the cable companies started shaking in their pants,
yeah.
and they haven't really recovered.
No, man, no, that Blockbuster is just in. It was something back then, and then you have Netflix that just conquered everything, like out of nowhere. And of
Yeah.
course, they're sitting mighty high and saying, nothing can happen to us because we have the higher ground, I guess, if you want to look at it like that.
Oh
But
God!
Nintendo just pretty much came out of nowhere and said, scoot over for a second, gotta get through. And they just did and kept on going.
Yeah, but now what's happening is the streaming wars. It's going to have its casualties. I say Paramount Plus dead. Fuck them.
Yeah.
They don't have enough. Sony doesn't have a streaming service, so they're not in the argument. So it's going to be a matter of Netflix is going to go up against Disney Plus because Disney Plus is going to gain more subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Disney Plus is what's going to keep Hulu propped up. Remember that Disney owns them too.
Yeah.
And then it's just going to be HBO Max in the back just saying, hey, y'all want to watch Sopranos? Y'all want to watch Friends? We got Friends. Remember? Smelly Cat? That was funny, right?
It
Hey,
was.
Phoebe. We love Phoebe. Why y'all leaving?
Hello. Echo.
And then Paramount Plus is like, yeah, but yeah, y'all ain't see what we got coming up. We got Top Gun Universe. Why you leaving? Why you leaving?
Man, don't. Just don't.
Any
Especially
moment
just saying
now.
that Top Gun
Any
universe.
moment now.
You had me. You almost had me just leave.
Listen, I have to do this, and I know that we have our fans out there that might be upset with me saying this,
Mhm.
but I predict that sooner or later Warner is going to break, and they're going to go and greenlight the project that's going to end up sinking them. It's going to be a TV series called Half as Fast, Twice as Furious. And because Vin Diesel's not going to be into, because Vin Diesel, despite everything, still has some a concept of standards.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have to go and look for another bald guy.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be hard.
That's gonna helm this, and somehow, some way, they're gonna convince somebody to be that. You know who I think it's gonna be?
Who?
I think they're gonna convince Nathan Fillion to shave his head.
You know what, Willie? Stop. Just stop.
They're gonna convince Nathan Fillion to shave his head, and because there were two black guys in the movie, and one of them was a rapper. Just watch. Just watch when I tell you this, and you're gonna get mad when I say this, but then you're gonna see the logic. They're gonna find a way to get LL Cool J into this.
Oh yeah, that's it. All right, fine.
And there's gonna be a battle of bald heads.
Just put them all together, they're gonna look like a bunch of asses. Just no.
Although if they want to get me to watch it, put Trick Daddy in there.
Okay, you mentioned Trick. All right, fine.
Put Trick Daddy in there. Trick Daddy love them kids. Put Trick Daddy in there.
Yeah, but I don't know how they're gonna love Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy's outspoken, dude.
But am I wrong?
No, you're not. And that's the part where you caught my attention, which I even stood up for a second. I'm like, I'll watch it. Okay.
You put Trick Daddy in there, I will watch it. He won't have anything important to say. I'll still watch it.
That's what I'm saying. He'll probably sit there be cooking that gumbo and stuff that he has like what he does on
What?
Instagram and whatnot. My God.
What?
I'll watch.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait.
What?
I know who.
Who?
I know who.
Who?
Forget about the cooking gumbo, stuff like that. How about in place of Vin Diesel, we put a guy who may not be tough and all that, but can make some really killer drinks. I nominate Tipsy Bartender to be in Too Fast and Not So Fast, Twice as Furious. That's why he drives so good, because he makes the drinks.
I mean, you do have a point. He does make some amazing drinks. Tipsy Bartender is freaking the man when it comes to making these jungle juices and stuff like that. He makes, dude, it's amazing.
Tipsy Bartender.
It's amazing.
Helming, Half as Fast, Twice as Furious.
That's it. If he hears this,
they're not winning.
It's on.
They're not winning any races, but don't invite him to the race because they're gonna fuck up every car there.
All right. Before we get carried away here, right?
Too late.
No, yeah. So we already know that on what's today? Wednesday? Yeah.
Today is Wednesday.
All right.
The year of our Lord 2022.
Sorry, I forget the days. So Monday we talked about Avatar and how it came out and how it looked because it came out in the previews of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. As of today, that trailer racked up 148 million views in 24 hours. Willie, I saw this trailer in the movie theater. So when I saw it online, I was like, okay, nothing big. It's just,
the same thing.
Yeah, just big blue Smurfs in water. Got it.
No.
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 These
are not Smurfs.
What are they? Snorkels?
No.
Okay.
They're just blue people.
All right. The Blue Man Group.
No. They're in Washington State. I told you this.
Sorry. All right. So the big blue people in water and their trailer, which was just a teaser trailer, racked up 148 million views in less than 24 hours when it came out. And this is all coming from the Hollywood Reporter. Now, Willie, do you really think that movie really made that much that much views within the 24 hours?
I believe it. The thing that the moment that they saw this at the theater, I said, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be big." Because Avatar is one of those franchises where people don't think logically, they think emotionally. The first movie was a cultural phenomenon. Remember, there were people going to psychiatrists saying that they were depressed because they couldn't live in Pandora.
What?
Those people are the ones that were dying for this thing to come out.
That's just unheard of.
And it got more views than the first trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
That's scary. That is scary. Okay.
But
it
did not get more views than F9, which pulled 202 million.
Whoa.
It did not get more views than Thor: Love and Thunder, which pulled 209 million in 24 hours. And it absolutely did not even hold a candle to Spider-Man All the Memes, which got 355 million.
Okay. So in other words, good numbers, but not high enough.
Still, it's a good indicator. It might be a good indicator, you never know, of how much interest there actually is in this movie. Again, the Avatar heads, they were gonna see this movie no matter what.
Okay.
Because the Return to Pandora for them was almost biblical. For the average person, it's been a while. The first movie came out a whole long time ago. And to go and try to get these people in to part 2 is difficult. Yes, I know that this has been the year. It's been like a year or two where people are like straight up huffing the member berries hard because they want to go in and look at old stuff again. We got Top Gun coming out, and I'm not even mad. God damn it!
I'm not mad either. I'm not. I want that movie.
But like, this is a given. This is a given. It was going to come out. And here we are.
All right, but it looks like besides just this movie, they're gonna get like 4 more. That's the thing. They're gonna make 4 to 5 more.
Oh no, there's gonna be 4. There's gonna be 3 more.
Ugh.
Okay, you want to know how hard the member berries are hitting right now?
How hard?
I want to piss you off before we leave because
okay.
I just want to.
Go ahead, please.
They're casting for a prequel to The Omen.
Really? Why?
Because The Omen.
But
they announced the cast. The Omen, Damien, 666 on the head.
No. Classic or the remake?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
They announced the cast for Scream 6.
Oh Lord.
There's a reboot of the Toxic Avenger, which just got an R rating.
No.
I'm just saying. They're working on development for Sicario 3.
I didn't know those were part 2.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Of course
I thought it was just one Sicario. Oh no, seriously, I thought it was just one Sicario movie.
There's 2.
I gotta see this now. I didn't know this.
Like, that's all there is. They're working on a new live action version of Masters of the Universe. For crying out loud, there's a petition right now. To get Johnny Depp cast in Pirates 6. Because there's gonna be a Pirates 6.
I have no words.
And they interviewed Chris Kattan. And who's hoping to get Will Ferrell involved on A Night at the Roxbury 2.
That I don't know. They both Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan ended in bad blood, dude. Like really bad.
Listen. There's gonna be a reboot, I should say, of The Exorcist.
No, you see, when you keep bringing that movie up, you talked to me about this already. I'm not even happy about even knowing remotely about it.
There is no God.
There is. He just took a nap when this happened. But you know what, Willie? Thank you for sharing the bad news on the end of the podcast. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts? Please comment down below. Let us know what you're thinking about, and let's have a conversation about everything we talked about above and right here below in the dumps of what Willie brought to us right now. which is fine because I'm pretty sure that a lot of you are gonna either hate or love the thoughts of those remakes or
the average
or
person,
part 2, whatever.
the average person's gonna hear me whinging about something, and they're gonna be like, "What's he bitching about? What's he complaining about? The Omen was awesome."
The classic, yes.
Key word was.
Yeah. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please comment down below for this. And as always, thank you so much for joining us today on this amazing show. And please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know we come up with some amazing news, which is 3 times a week. Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday, and a little something in between. All right, Willie, any last words?
Really need that alcohol.
Make sure to hit Willie up for just in case for a couple shots here and there.
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe.
A little GoFundMe. Give Willie alcohol.
No. I'm gonna give it a really catchy title. Rejuvenate Willie's liver.
Yeah, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. What do you guys, yeah, just do that. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us today on this amazing show, and we'll see you on Friday. Peace.
Bye.